Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. The post comes just days after Musk was given that send-off in the Oval Office for his time leading the Department of Government Efficiency.
NBC News White House correspondent Vaughn Hilliard joins us now with the latest. Vaughn, how are the White House Republican lawmakers reacting to these comments from Musk?
Right, well, this happened just 5 days ago, Elon Musk leaving Washington, yet clearly on his social media platform he's making it clear that his opinion isn't going anywhere. And this comes at a very, very difficult time for these negotiations. And that's why I want to let you hear from Speaker Mike Johnson, who is one of those Republicans that is looking for this big reconciliation package, which includes the major GOP tax cuts, cuts to Medicaid, cuts to SNAP, but also increased spending on the military and border enforcement and the Trump administration's mass deportation efforts. All of that is in this package. I want to let you listen to the speaker respond to Elon Musk.
With all due respect, my friend Elon is terribly wrong about the One Big Beautiful Bill. We had a long conversation yesterday, he and I. We spoke for, I think, more than 20 minutes on the telephone. For him to come out and hand the whole bill is to me just very disappointing, very surprising.
Elon is right.
And White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt just a few moments ago said that the president already knew Elon Musk's position, and it is not changing this White House's urging of members of Congress to get this bill to his desk.
Vaughn Hilliard, thanks so much.
Artificial intelligence is becoming more mainstream, and that's raising some concerns about the need to protect children who use it.
The American Psychological Association is out today with a report it calls special safeguards aimed at younger users who are using artificial intelligence. They're calling on tech developers to prioritize AI features that protect young people from exploitation and manipulation. Joining us now is Mitch Prinstein with the American Psychological Association. Thanks for being with us. So to jump in here, you say AI is neither good nor bad, but it can become unhealthy and even dangerous for kids. Talk about some of the risks you see.
Let's remember that this is a time in teenage years that kids are developing and reorganizing their brains in really substantial ways, maybe especially for thinking about relationships. But kids through interactive AI are starting to develop relationships with bots. And that's taking time away from when they should be really communicating with humans and having the development of those relationship skills. So we want to think about that. We want to think about the ways that when you get something on AI, it synthesizes what's on the internet. But a lot of that information is not accurate, especially maybe for health information. And remembering that whatever they're doing on AI is using their data that might be violating their own privacy.
Can you give us some examples of healthy boundaries that maybe parents can set for young people then?
So parents probably want to sit down and talk with their kids a little bit about what AI actually is and what it's not. And so they can understand what platforms their kids are on and really help to understand that these are bots. So they're doing their best job of synthesizing what we see, but that's not always accurate information, especially when it comes to kids having actual interaction face-to-face or voice-to-voice with real human beings. When they're getting health information, let's make sure that kids know the difference between what's recommended on AI versus talking to an actual qualified health professional.
And can you talk about some of the changes you want to see from AI developers specifically? Are there age-appropriate settings, so to speak, that could be created?
It's important to remember that right now the experience of a kid on AI is the exact same as a much more mature adult. So we should have some guardrails in place. Make sure we're taking down inaccurate content, or at least giving teens' brains have very frequent reminders to tell the user, the teen user, what you're seeing may not be true. Make sure you're getting information from a qualified professional. We also want to be careful that we're not using kids' data for profit. They're not yet at the age where they can appropriately consent to use their data in that way. So it's kind of unfair to have kids making other people money based on what they're providing.
It's just quickly, a lot of parents are learning here too. What's your advice to parents who need help themselves understanding AI?
You know, it's so hard for parents because we didn't grow up with any of this. So we are in a one down position where we need to ask our kids sometimes, tell me what this app is. Tell me what this profile is. Why do you say these things? How do you interpret what you're hearing back? And let's have a conversation with kids where they can teach us a little bit about what it is. And we can make sure that kids are interpreting that information with their family's values in mind.
News we can use, tools we can use. Mitch Bernstein, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Still to come, what